Hello to the channel guys, welcome back. Thanks again for watching, much appreciated as always. We're coming up to another big weekend. The bad news firstly is there's no Celtic this weekend, so what we're going to talk about for the whole preview, I'm sure we'll find something. So on this video where we preview the weekend, we'll have a look at the Kylian Mpabbe competition. We'll pick some other teams as well. Before we do that, just have to give you some exciting news for a new arrival. As you'll see, the old balance has been completely and utterly decimated. And he's here. Kasper Schmeichel. Forgot to bought all those cards for to boost Messi. So Kasper Schmeichel, 1 out of 10. What an unbelievable card to have. Not a special edition, unfortunately, but there we go. And also picked up a few cards from Inter Miami to sort of beef up the collection now that Messi's actually playing football again. So yeah, Kasper Schmeichel. I needed a Kasper Schmeichel in season. He's been great. Celtic have been playing very well. A wee bit unfortunate against Bratislava, conceding a bit of a daft goal. Otherwise, it could have been an absolutely massive midweek. Still putting a 503 in super rare and a 470 in rare with no clean sheet, which is incredible. But Celtic are buzzing, playing so well at the moment. It's great to see. Anyways, there's no Celtic this weekend, so let's get on to the overall prediction. Now you can see here on this fantastic sheet from Sorare probabilities. If you're interested in using it, S_probabilities on Twitter, or message me and I'll give you some information. Firstly, these are all the XG, expected goals, and clean sheet percentages for champion. I've filtered it to champion so that we can have a look at my Mpabbe team, and then that will give you the information hopefully you need to get over that 400 points. First and foremost, Real Madrid against Espanyol, 2.82 XG, and also 56-57%. It's a clean sheet percentage, is really good. We'll come back to Real Madrid in a minute, but the news seems to be that I think they're probably going to rotate, or else I think that's what Ancelotti says. So it's going to be quite tricky, I think, to pick. There's obviously going to be some risk reward there, but they do have on paper the best fixture. Liverpool against Bournemouth. Again, Liverpool really impressive against AC Milan. That was really good performance away from home, winning 3-1. 2.59 XG. Only 44% clean sheet percentage, but remember, style of play's changed a bit under Arne Slot, and maybe Liverpool are not quite as exciting as they were under Klopp, but they've been pretty good in terms of clean sheets in the league. Bayern Munich against Werder Bremen. So again, I think Manuel Neuer went off injured. Bayern do always seem to concede, just a sort of style of play thing with company, etc. But 2.5 XG, Harry Kane's on fire, Musiala's playing well. Such an exciting team. Glad Celtic are not playing them. Anyways, Bayern Leverkusen against Wolfsburg, 2.44 XG and 47% clean sheet percentage. See how they get out the game against Feyenoord. Maybe will be some rotation there. It's always quite hard to call after these Champions League games. Paris Saint-Germain against Reims, 2.27 XG, again 41% clean sheet percentage. Who's going to play in goals? Obviously Safonov played midweek. Pretty good fixture, and again they've got some guys, maybe guys that Lee Kang in will rotate back in. AS Monaco against Le Havre, 2.27 XG and 47% clean sheet percentage. We've got Tottenham, so they don't really keep many clean sheets, but 2.19. I think that's actually a pretty good home fixture. I mean, Tottenham had a bit of a sticky start to the season, but it's due to click into gear, I would have said. Barcelona have been excellent, so really good, to be honest. Atalanta, also an excellent team. Anything else stick out in terms of clean sheets there? So 43%, 44% for Nice, and nothing else in terms of majorly good fixtures. Although Man City against Arsenal is going to be mega. That's going to be a great game. So anyways, I've already done my Mpabbe team selection. We can have a wee look at this. That was one for midweek. So we made the 400 midweek, which was really good as well. So I've gone for a bit of a Liverpool theme. So that was quite an impressive win there. And gone for something a wee bit different as well. So Harry Kane, obviously, as he says, Guy's just been on fire. 4 goals midweek. I know 3 were penalties, but he's on penalties and all that sort of stuff. I'm going for Alisson and Trent defence. Kind of interesting one. I mean, Andy Robertson was rotated midweek, so I guess there is a bit of a risk that Trent might be rotated. But my problem with Real Madrid is that, so you go Courtois. Courtois is excellent, obviously puts in a lot of AA generally as well. But would you maybe want a defender to go with him, and who are you going to pick if maybe they're going to rotate as well? Put in Szoboszlai as well, because it's nice, it lets me use a limited card, and he's scoring pretty well at the moment. I put in Bruno Fernandes. I don't think a lot of people will actually pick Bruno Fernandes, but Manchester United, I feel as if they're actually starting to play sort of relatively well at the moment, and I'd say he's probably been underperforming. The thing with Crystal Palace, and I know they've got a lot Henderson and Munoz in my EPL or FPL team. I've not been that good at the back, so it's interesting. I think Bruno Fernandes is due to put in one of those performances that he puts in for Portugal. So anyway, that's my provisional team. No Celtic players this weekend. Let's have a look at all the other fixtures, etc. here as well. Since we've already had a look at Champion, you get a sneak peek at all there, and I think what we'll do is we'll go into Challenger and then we'll go into Contender. So first and foremost, Sporting against AVS, 3.18 XG, really high, 66% clean sheet percentage. So that's a really good fixture. Obviously we've got Sporting cards, played pretty well I think against Lille. Feyenoord against NAC Breda. Obviously we've got the Eredivisie special as well, so looks like the best fixtures there are Feyenoord, PSV. No huge surprise there. AZ a bit sneaky as well, because AZ have been playing pretty well, although they're away at Peg Zwolle. But Feyenoord 2.94 XG, 58% clean sheet percentage, and PSV pretty similar stats, although lower clean sheet percentage. Now, the only problem again is PSV get gubbed in the Champions League and stuff, so will there be rotations? That's what you've got to try and look out for. Sign up for Predictor5, use code McBrideace if you want to try and avoid those DNPs. Benfica against Boavista, that's an interesting one, 59% clean sheet percentage. I'll be using that in my favour, I think, for Trubin. Again, need to check, see if there's any projected changes, etc. Bruno Lage just in, so I don't think he'll be messing about too much at the moment. We've got Salt Lake in there at 2.13 XG. Nothing else hugely standing out. Club Brugge, a bit humbled by Dortmund, which is a bit worrying as a Celtic fan, although we're playing really well, play Dortmund away next. Nothing else really hugely standing out there. So that's the Challenger one done. Contender wise, we've got Shanghai Sitwar, no real surprise there. 2.75 XG. Again, they had an ACL game midweek, so you got to be careful with rotations. Zenit against Fakel, that's a great fixture, and I'll be definitely using my big Dougie Santos, although I'll be probably struggling a wee bit this weekend with no Kasper Schmeichels, but sure we'll get some nice teams out. Salzburg, I'm pretty disappointed at the moment. It's not a vintage Salzburg team, I don't think. Obviously, I was just integrating guys like Clark and Bajcetic or whatever. Dynamo Zagreb, awful midweek. The manager's been sacked, so maybe they'll bounce back. It's back to an easier fixture. 2.34 XG and 54% clean sheet percentage. Anything above 50% is pretty good for an estimated clean sheet. Hajduk Split there, Rijeka. Then what else have we got that sticks out? Universidad Católica, so that's quite an interesting one. I think they've got quite a lot of cards floating about as well. So anyways, in terms of my own players, I have actually picked, so I've done this before the video because I couldn't be bothered messing about too much now, mainly because I drank a lot of Guinness watching Celtic. But anyway, we're not talking about Celtic today, apart from the 3 times I've already mentioned them. So let's go have a look through and I'll explain why I've picked these players so far. Team 1, I'm going to move myself up the top here, right? Sorry, I know that's annoying, me moving about, but it's kind of good for you to be able to see me and all that sort of stuff. So, Team A, I've got Alisson, Virgil, Kanate. Ferdi Kadioglu gets his first goal, I think, for Brighton in the Cup. So I'm hoping he's starting soon. I think he will be, surely. Amad Diallo's been excellent. Really good game last game. I don't really see why Man United would change that. Garnacho come on and scored, so I guess it's always the risk. But kind of going for that defensive side of things again for Liverpool. Again, classic EPL crushers. Trent and Robertson. I think Robertson will come back in. It's kind of an interesting one, not playing in Europe. I don't know Maybe Simicast regarded as a wee bit more defensive, but that's a bit of a worry as a holder. But I think hopefully he'll be back in. Now I've went all Liverpool. Again, double defence. It's Division 2, so I think most of the old collections will be in Division 1. And the Tribute Act, again, is pretty strong. Virgil and Kevin De Bruyne in there, but again against Arsenal, so it's not the easiest of fixtures. We'll have to change Brighton to Glory to Brighton to Brighton. We'll come back to that. That'll be the next team we pick because that is in the title. Brighton to Brighton. You get Chelsea, Chelsea, Chelsea. Not as good as the Celtic songs. Real Madrid. So I'm going with a bit of a risk here. I'm going to pick Modric. I mean, I think that with it being a home game, this would be a good one for Modric. Could he equally put Arda Güler in there as well? Where are they going to rotate? Will they even leave Mpabbe out? I don't know. I mean, he's not been playing that well, but it's difficult because you've got to pick the best scorers as well. You can't just say, I think that guy's going to play and I'll pick him. Like, he's going to maybe do a 40 or 50. So, wee bit of a risk. Rodrigo's been playing really well too. So, that's the main team against Division 2. I did pick up a Rudiger recently, and I don't think Real Madrid have got enough luxury at centre-back to be making many changes. Oh, what's going on here? Whoa. I never did that. I only pressed it once. It went mental there. Right. So, yeah, just that team there, and then we've got some champion teams in as well, which we'll come down to. So, I really like this Division 1 team. Griffo, you see we've got a prediction on site now, 90% start. Marquinhos, I'm not 100% sure about. I mean, PSG have been messing about a bit there, but they did, I think, make him captain, so imagine he'll start hitting his stride. He was away with internationals and everything recently, so hopefully he's going to be starting. Sugawara, really good pick, I think, this weekend, home against Ipswich. Get forward a lot, really good score against Man United, even though they didn't win. Griezmann, again, might be a slight risk, but didn't really play much for France, so hopefully that works in my favour. I've got to show me the champ money. I'm going to put Bellingham, Güler and Hendrick in there. I don't think Bellingham's going to start, actually, but I don't know. It's a guessing game, so I guess I want him in a team, and, we're going to go for there. Who's the other player? I don't know why this is displaying like that. Good old display. Sugawara, yes. Sugawara special card. Look at the big cheesy smile on his face. And in that competition, it's still $1,300 for first, which is really, really good. And obviously all your boxes, etc. there as well. So those are the main ones I've picked just now. I haven't really delved into the other ones, and I will be picking a good few of these probably off stream, etc. as well. So, right, 2 seconds. I'm going to move myself. So we need to do Brighton to... I'm calling it Brighton to Brighton because, well, realistically, yeah, we're still in Brighton. We've not went anywhere. So we're just in Brighton, and that's it. So there we go. So Bart Verbruggen, he kind of picks himself, obviously being the goalkeeper. Discover new competitions. That's my favourite button. I like this screen. We'll maybe see if we can try and scrape some in for cap 200, but that's such a hard cap that I don't know. I think I'll be leaving that to last, using up everybody I can. So, funnily enough, Brighton to Brighton's in Brighton. Chelsea, Chelsea's in Chelsea. And the EPL extras, the leftovers chucked in, got promoted on Division 4. So anyway, we're going to stick to it because we said we'd do Brighton to Glory, and that is what we're going to do. So, Bart Verbruggen, let's have a look at the spreadsheet and see. Now, I'm kind of tempted to take a chance on Ferdi Kadioglu, I must admit. Van Heck with an estimated 82, quite compelling there as well. We see Sugawara up there, no huge surprise there. I guess we do want to get promoted, so what the heck. Haha, no pun intended and all that sort of stuff. In the midfield, again, they've had a nice sort of, midweek with the cup and a bit of rotation and things. So I think Matoma has got to go in there. Look at that. I can't believe I got a special Matt O'Reilly as well. That is just really trolling. Absolutely trolled. João Pedro, I don't know. He doesn't seem that sort of certain. So 50% in here makes a lot of sense. Welbeck on an estimated 82, so interesting. So put in Welbeck, and then I think I'm going to use a Minty. I guess he's 50%. I wonder why that's so low. I get, yeah, it's going to be kind of hard to decide who's going to play. Baleba's been good, only an estimated 48. Maybe we could go for double defence. Lewis Dunk's pretty nailed at the moment as well. Would have thought, again, he's not appearing here. 53. Maybe come up with a sneaky goal. Anyway, I want promotion, so. And I think, the last game they weren't really firing as much. Going to go for Captain Van Heck, so there we go. What the heck, as I say. We'll pick a Chelsea team as well. It's good to have a bit of an EPL focus, having a lot of fun just having these limited things. I know I spent a significant amount of money on them and things, so anyway, oh wait now. Put that in the wrong division. Yeah, it's in Division 4. Right. I'll move that. That's the Brighton one. I'll move that off stream. That is going in Division 5. I'm not cheating there. I do apologise. I think it just automatically defaults to that one. So for the rest of the guys, I think Emiliano Martinez is probably going to go into Champ Division 2 or something. So Robert Sanchez, obviously, he's going to go in goals for Chelsea. We don't need to go all Chelsea, but might just for a laugh. Defence-wise, Cucurella, 55. Wesley Fofana's been playing quite well. Really liking his score, so like 2 greens, he's nice special edition as well, so that's always good. Enzo Fernandez, I think, is underperforming a good bit, so 57, I don't really mind too much there as well. Hopefully, do some good performances. Obviously, they'll be up for it, right, because it's West Ham and everything. And then we've got to go with Cole Palmer, and I think I'm going to play Madueke because he's been really, really good. Looks quite explosive, doing some big scores, etc. And we want to get out of that Division 5. Cole Palmer on the captain. I think I'll use like Emi Martinez, Sugawara, etc. for Division 2. And instead, I will fix that. I'll get Brighton into Division 5. I'm not cheating. Promise. Right, under 23s. So I'm going to pick an under 23s team, then I'm going to wrap it because we've done a preview and everything, and there's probably not as much to discuss with. Obviously, my favourite team not playing this weekend, as I've mentioned 2 million gazillion times, but let's pick an under 23 Division 1 team. I'm getting the hang of a wee bit of the UI now. I quite like this screen. Martin Laird, is it Martin's first name? Lairdy? Just call him Laird. He said that's his favourite screen as well, which I totally understand. So team 1, under 23s. I think Owusu Ojuro is just quite a natural selection here at the moment, although Trubin's got to come into the reckoning as well. AZ have been pretty good defensively, so kind of interesting one. I'm going to go with Owusu Ojuro. He's got the highest projected score. I think that actually, no, do you know what? I'm going to change my mind. Trubin's actually got higher projected clean sheets. I'm going to go with Trubin. Right, defenders. This again is what I really like about the spreadsheet because you can just draw in your own players. Guardiola with an 80 against Arsenal. Now that is quite interesting. He's a world class player, so got to take note of that. I guess it's going to be quite tight. Man City were quite tight against Inter, who obviously didn't score. So yeah, I'm going to use him actually. I think I will use him. I think that makes sense. We go with the spreadsheet. Michael Elise, I really like. 80%. Projected 100. Yeah, let's just use him then. Bayern have been scoring a lot of goals, right? So go for Elise, and then we've got to go with Musiala. There's always a risk of a wee bit of rotation here. Bayern did play last night. This is Thursday. So it's kind of interesting. Excuse me. Last position. Jacob Ondrek has been playing really well. I'm a wee bit worried about Verps. Sometimes he does get rotated after the Euro games, so I might leave him out of Division 1, which is a big call, really. Yeah, it's a big call, but I might play Ondreka. He's had a free midweek, and he's been playing really well, and Westerlo are not very good. And then we go for Musiala captain. Again, Musiala probably get a similar risk to Virtue in terms of rotation as well. But yeah, I've seen it happen a few times with Leverkusen where you come the weekend and Virts is on the bench and all that type of stuff. So there we go. So there it is. Reminder, that's the Mpabbe team there. That's my provisional lineup. I might make some changes to it. Looking at obviously what's happening there, I might be tempted to put in Musiala. I guess a lot of people were using him, so Bruno Fernandes is a bit of a differential's not the worst thing in the world, really, is it? Could probably play Szoboszlai there, play Mo Salah or something. We'll make a decision on that some point soon. Anyways, we'll end in customary fashion now. Thanks again for watching. We'll be back tomorrow night, and the customary fashion at the end is good luck and go fuck.